Hello, I'm Sharon Buchanan, and I'm running as a candidate for the People's Alliance in the Albert riding. Everywhere that I've gone in the past few months as I've been campaigning, every door that I've knocked on, every town hall or meeting that I've attended, I've asked two main questions. How satisfied are you with the state of New Brunswick and the direction that we're taking? And how happy have you been in the last 10 to 12 years? And the answers are always the same. We're not. We're not happy at all. Over the years, I've voted time and time again only to be disappointed. I've voted by party. What party has the best platform? What party has the vision that is going to bring about the future that I believe in? What party shares my values? And I've been disappointed. So I started voting by candidate. What candidate is going to represent my community? What candidate is going to fight for our needs and be our voice? And again, I've been disappointed because my candidates, once elected, have gone off to Fredericton, voted with the party, and completely forgotten that we exist until 3.5 years later, they're back on the campaign trail. They're everywhere that you look. You're tripping over them in the grocery store. They're looking for your votes again, and once they're gone, you're forgotten once again. For me, this is not how it works. I believe that with every person I talk to, every meeting I attend, every town hall that I hold, I'm interviewing for a job. And the job that I'm interviewing for is to represent you and to be your voice. My opinions don't matter. I'm to vote the way that my constituents want me to vote, and I'm committing that to you here today. I will vote with my party on our party platform because those are the promises that we're making to you to earn your vote. Beyond that platform, on every issue that comes before legislature, I will be voting for you. And the way that I'm going to do this is I'm going to be holding these town halls on a regular basis, 2-3 times a year, throughout my riding to meet with you, talk to you, and hear your concerns so that I can vote the way that you want me to vote. The two main things that I've heard are that we don't trust government. We don't know where our money's going, how it's being used, what the purpose is, what the return on investment is, and we don't think that they're acting in our best interests. Well, I was raised, and I firmly believe, that you can be a part of the problem or you can be a part of the solution. I want to be a part of the solution, and I want you to join me. On September 24th, vote Sharon Buchanan for People's Alliance, and let's be the change together.
Hello everyone, my name is Betty Weir and I'm the NDP candidate for beautiful Albert County. I live, grew up, and drive school bus here. It is a fantastic place to live. As we know, New Brunswick desperately needs changes. Many families are working harder than ever before and falling farther behind. Too many families are having to choose between food and rent. NDP wants to help these families by raising minimum wage to $15 and bring in a universal child care program. This means the max a family would pay per day is $15. These two things alone will help many, many families. In keeping with the spirit of helping families, NDP wants to offer free college, lower university fees, and get rid of the student interest rates. It is a shame the way we have allowed our governments of past to treat our children this way. It is completely unfair. Our students are paying the highest rates of interest in all of Canada. We want our children to invest, get their education, and be happy to live in New Brunswick. We all know our aging population in New Brunswick is growing. NDP wants to expand the extramural program to provide better and more affordable home care services. We also need to end the privatization of our healthcare services. You don't have to look far to see the problems we've had since we privatized Ambulance New Brunswick. These are just a few changes that we want to make to our healthcare system. Tommy Douglas of the NDP started healthcare for us, and we want to keep it. Albert County is quite simply beautiful, with breathtaking places to visit. We need to stop spraying our crown lands and all our lands and poisoning people with these dangerous, dangerous chemicals. And we need to prevent and put in regulations of stripping our agricultural land for residential use. We need to look after our covered bridges and keep Albert County beautiful, because nobody who has ever been to Albert County knows how beautiful Albert County is. Our province has been spending outrageous amounts of money on private road construction companies just to give us bad roads. Our roads are in the worst shape they have ever been. This is just another example of how privatization does not work. Department of Transportation and Infrastructure, or DTI as we call it, has proven time and time again that they can maintain our roads at a much affordable cost. People wonder why schools are closed every other day in the winter. Well, I'm a school bus driver, and I'm going to give you a heads up. DTI works with a skeleton crew most of the times and are only allowed to plow for very few hours of the day. How can they ensure the safety of our children? The cutbacks to DTI and the privatization of our roads needs to stop. The corruption in the governments in the past wouldn't allow this, as they need to line their pockets with the backroom deals. Being a school bus driver for over 15 years, I have had to deal with many of these issues. Bad roads, privatization of things, kids and family hardships. Being a single parent, I have had to understand the struggles of minimum wage, childcare, and the services for families. My two daughters, who are now young adults, are dealing with many of these issues themselves. Minimum wage, student loans, and pothole swerving. As a daughter of an aging parent, I am now preparing to deal with the realities of senior care in this province. I could go on and on passionately about all these issues and more, but I will save that for when I'm in Fredericton. So remember, let's all get out on September 24th and vote NDP and make Albert the greenest, most prosperous county in all of New Brunswick.
Bonjour, mon nom est Pierre Bryan. Je me présente comme candidat progressiste conservateur pour la circonscription de Dieppe. Je suis originaire du Capellé, mais je demeure à Dieppe, ça fait plusieurs années. La raison que j'ai décidé de me présenter, c'est le fiasco qu'on a eu l'année passée avec les taxes foncières, les taxes de propriété. Moi, comme agent immobilier, je vois que ça a affecté beaucoup de monde, que ce soit acheteur ou vendeur. Puis ça m'a décidé, ça prend un change, ça prend une voie forte pour Dieppe. Puis c'est là que j'ai décidé de faire le saut. Jusqu'à date de la campagne, j'ai environ 2000 maisons de visiter. Puis j'ai pris des notes, je vous ai écouté. Puis les enjeux qu'il y a, c'est sûr et certain que je vais travailler dessus puis que je vais pousser. La première chose que j'entends aux portes, c'est le manque d'un foyer de soins de niveau 3 et 4 pour Dieppe, puis aussi la complétion du boulevard Dieppe qui aiderait beaucoup dans notre circonscription. Puis aussi, un autre, c'est les terrains synthétiques pour nos jeunes. On a à peu près 870 jeunes qui sont impliqués dans le soccer, le football, puis on n'a pas de terrain synthétique à Dieppe. Tous nos voisins, à faire le tour de nous, les autres villes en ont. C'est quelque chose que moi, je me prépare à travailler puis à pousser pour avoir dans notre circonscription. Un autre item que j'entends beaucoup aux portes quand que je fais mes visites, c'est la taxe carbone. Quand on regarde à qu'est-ce que les libéraux veulent nous mettre, C'est une taxe de à peu près 12 cents du litre de plus sur l'essence. Puis, ça cumule à peu près environ 1 200 $ par année de plus en taxes. Il y a beaucoup de monde qui ne peut pas se permettre ça. Le Nouveau-Brunswick, on est la province la taxée la plus au Canada. Puis, on ne peut pas se permettre d'avoir un autre taxe sur le dos. Les gens ne peuvent juste pas. Moi, je m'engage avec mon parti à se battre contre cette taxe-là. Nous, on ne la mettra pas en place, c'est sûr. On va tout faire pour que ça contre la taxe, comme l'Alberta, l'île du Prince-Édouard aussi sont contre cette taxe-là, puis d'autres provinces aussi. Ça fait le 24 septembre, je demande votre support. Dieppe a besoin d'une voix forte à Fredericton, puis je suis la personne pour. Fait le 24 septembre, votez Pierre Bryan. Merci.
Allô, je m'appelle Joyce Richardson, je suis la candidate NPD pour Dieppe. Mon père, il vient de Tracadie, ma mère, elle vient de Lagacéville. Moi, j'ai venu au Mont à la Villette et je demeure à Dieppe depuis 10 ans. As mother of three and a daycare owner, I've witnessed the gravity of choices families face in New Brunswick. And as a victim of domestic abuse, I know what it's like to fight and survive. As a mother of a child with a handicap, I know there's challenges. As a lawyer, I know the complexity of what we face day to day in government. Avec le baby boom qui s'en vient, le gouvernement n'est pas prêt. On mérite des changements. En passant de porte à porte, c'est clair et net. Je me suis battue dans toute ma vie, avec mes 13 enfants de ma famille. Il fallait se battre pour avoir juste une place à la table. J'ai grandi dans la pauvreté, je sais qu'est-ce que c'est être pauvre. Jean-Marc, mon fils, avait un handicap, puis il ne peut pas parler, puis il avait inventé une machine spéciale pour parler. J'avais demandé au gouvernement de prendre puis payer pour cette machine. Ça a été refusé. Par contre, je me suis battue pour qu'il y ait cette machine-là. Il a été la première enfant de Nouveau-Brunswick pour avoir cette machine pour parler, communiquer avec les autres, puis ça rouvre les portes pour les autres. As your MLA, I am ready to fight for Dieppe like I fought in the past. Je n'ai jamais compris pourquoi est-ce qu'on devrait se battre pour les choses qu'on devrait avoir. J'ai encore le spunk en moi pour me battre et comme je dis, bring it on. Je suis prêt pour me battre pour augmenter les salaires minimaux à 15 $ l'heure. Je suis prêt pour me battre pour les frais de scolarité au collège communautaire soient payés. Je suis prêt pour me battre que les frais de scolarité aux universités soient diminués et je suis prêt pour me battre que l'intérêt sur les prêts soit enlevé. J'ai aussi prêt pour me battre pour les personnes âgées. J'avais eu une idée. Une journée, je me suis levée, j'ai eu ces idées-là. Si à un moment donné, qu'on pourrait investir des garderies pour les personnes âgées, j'aurais pu prendre puis garder ma mère au lieu de l'envoyer dans le foyer. Puis c'est vrai que les garderies coûtent moins cher qu'un foyer. Un autre temps, j'ai amené ma mère à l'hôpital, puis elle avait une chambre à coucher, puis c'était le corridor. Elle est restée là pour 3 jours. Inacceptable. C'est les libéraux et les conservateurs qui ont fait toute ce mess-là avec nous autres. Chaque élection, ils veulent toujours qu'on lui donne une chance. Puis chaque élection, on leur donne une chance. When is enough enough? N'as-tu eu assez, là? Nous autres, on vous demande pour une chance qu'on n'a jamais eue. Mais c'est le temps. It's time to give us that chance. Donne-nous la chance. Le mieux qui peut arriver, que la province tourne tout orange. Un autre qui peut moins que ça, on peut arriver que le conservateur soit là, puis le libéral soit là, puis après ça, c'est notre orange qui va dans le milieu. On va avoir la balance de pouvoir, qui veut dire que, either way, we'll give you the change you deserve. Nous savons tous que vous méritez une chance. We no longer need to have our head in the sand and say it doesn't matter, because it does matter. Follow me side by side, and we matter. As your MLA, I'm ready to stand up for Dieppe. Don't give up hope. On 24th of September, vote Joyce Richardson for Dieppe. Je suis votre seul choix.
Hello, my name is Craig Dykeman, People's Alliance candidate for Gagetown Petty Kodiak. A little bit about my history. I was raised in Jimseg, a rural community just outside of, on the St. John River. We grew up on a farm. We had beef, produce, or apple orchards and whatnot. Graduated from Cambridge Narrows High School, and then shortly after graduation, I left for the West and spent my career basically as an industrial firefighter, safety specialist, and environmental health and safety consultant. I returned home just about 3 years ago back to New Brunswick, and I never really planned a career in politics. It was, I got involved in a few groups because I've seen what happened in New Brunswick, and there was the gelosophyte spraying. I got involved with that. And the clear cutting came a concern because the family is a woodlot owner. As I got more involved, I became more active, and the Gagetown Ferry protest was another one of my causes. And as I became more active, more people kind of coached me along and showed me to take a look at Chris Austin. And then I met up with Chris Austin, and I went to a few of his town halls, and I became really impressed with his message. Rural development, rebuilding our rural infrastructure is very important to the People's Alliance. Our population is 48% rural, still to this day, and our services keep dwindling and dwindling. We need to focus on that. I can see from being gone for so long and coming back, it's night and day as compared to when I left. When I started to look back and seeing what happened, as our rural infrastructure deteriorated, so did our economy. I do strongly believe, and most of our, sorry, not most, but our party strongly believes that that is very tied together. So we need to rebuild our rural infrastructure to get our economy back together, and that is helping small businesses develop. We also had the Dykeman's General Store in the corner, which is now closed as a result of what was going on in New Brunswick at the time. A lot of these small businesses nowadays, I've been around and meeting with people and talking to the business owners and talking to people who are wanting to open small businesses, but they're meeting roadblocks. Licensing, permits, taxes, regulations are choking them, and we have to address that directly to untie the hands of these people. New Brunswick is full of hardworking and honest people that are try really hard, but are coming head on to these roadblocks. Another thing is agriculture. Nova Scotia, Quebec have boosted their agricultural programs where New Brunswick has backed off on ours. We need to show our support with that and start getting back into that, and that'll also see a direct result in the economy. The things that Chris Austin has proposed with the taxes is not foreign. I've seen this happen under Ralph Klein. Reduce our taxes and people come, the businesses come. We want to make a business-friendly environment to draw the businesses in, which will draw more employees, which gives us a better base to build from. It's not a crazy idea. It happens I've seen it happen in 2 or 3 places. So we listen to the people. We look to see working models and how that works, and then build on it from there. Hope to see you all around. I'm very active in the community, and I'm not going to be one of these office guys. I'm going to be out there working amongst you guys and seeing what's going on and hearing your problems and issues. So hope to see you around. I'll see you at the Gagetown Fair here this weekend. Have a good day. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Marilyn Merritt Gray, the Green Party candidate for the riding of Gagetown-Petitcodiac. Also, I'm the deputy leader of the Green Party of New Brunswick. I'm a nurse, a community mental health nurse, and also I've worked as a nurse educator for a number of years, primarily in rural New Brunswick. I've worked on a number of community health boards, as well as different professional associations, and with different commissions and organizations with the not-for-profit sector. So people ask me, why am I running, and why am I running as the Green Party candidate? Let me tell you, I feel like we're at a tipping point. We're at a point where we need a different kind of leadership, a different kind of government representation. And I believe that the Green Party has that vision and has in their platform and in the work that the party has done is really ready to take on holding the balance of power in our new government in the days ahead. What I notice and what I care most about, I live in Cars on the edge of Bilal Bay in the lower end of this riding. And I care that we have community, grassroots representation, that our infrastructure, that our services for seniors, that our small businesses, and that sort of representation that gives voice, that I can actually represent and meet with people locally and carry those issues and concerns forward. I hear that people are tired of the representation. The way that people have MLAs have represented them in the legislature doesn't fit with what our issues are currently. I, along with many of the people in my riding, went through different flooding episodes, with the flooding in the Freshet, but also the flooding that Cherryville up in the Canaan River has dealt with. I'm very involved in looking at those infrastructure issues, the environmental clear-cutting and the spraying issues. Most of all, I know healthcare though, and I know the issues that young families and that seniors deal with day after day in terms of focusing on what will be available for us in the years ahead. I believe that the Green Party has those solutions, the kinds of structural changes that we need. And I ask that you, when it comes on election day, that you consider and vote Green and vote for myself, Marilyn Merritt Gray, on election day. Thank you so much, and I appreciate the privilege of actually running in this election and the privilege of meeting with so many of you during this campaign. Thank you very much.
Ici Ricky Gautreau, votre candidat progressiste conservateur pour Ken-Sud. Je suis originaire de la région. J'ai 30 années de carrière en sécurité publique où j'avais comme mission principale de protéger les citoyens. En 2016, j'ai été élu maire du village Saint-Antoine. Je crois en la transparence, à l'honnêteté, à ne rien cacher. Comme député, j'ai informé les citoyens de Ken-Sud sur tous les sujets qui les concernent. Je crois à l'écoute des gens. Je veux connaître vos besoins et vos préoccupations. Je vous promets que vos messages seront entendus à Fredericton. Je crois au travail d'équipe. Ensemble, nous accomplirons des résultats positifs pour Ken-Sud. Élu député, j'aurai des rencontres régulières avec les citoyens et les citoyennes de différentes régions. Je veux travailler avec les municipalités de Ken-Sud pour améliorer les infrastructures, pour favoriser la création d'emplois et l'économie locale, pour protéger les droits et les acquis de nos aînés, pour promouvoir les initiatives culturelles, touristiques et communautaires. Je serai une voix forte à Fredericton. La santé, oui, sera toujours une priorité dans mon travail comme député. Je veux promouvoir le service de soins pour les aînés afin qu'ils puissent rester chez eux le plus longtemps possible en sécurité avec leurs proches. Je veux maintenir le service de soins publics. Je dis non à la privatisation, exemple, les services de l'ambulance et extramural. Je travaillerai toujours pour sauvegarder et améliorer nos services de soins acquis. Exemple, l'hôpital Sainte-Anne, notre clinique de santé et nos foyers. Je veux travailler à améliorer les conditions de travail et les bénéfices pour tous les employés du secteur de santé. Je porterai toujours une attention spéciale à la sécurité des citoyens de Ken-Sud. Exemple, le service de police, le service ambulancier et le service d'incendie. Je travaillerai pour que les citoyens aient le service cellulaire et Internet qui fonctionne à la grandeur de Ken-Sud. Je porterai une grande importance au maintien et à l'amélioration des routes secondaires. Je travaillerai à ce que des clôtures soient installées de chaque côté de l'autoroute pour la sécurité des gens. Je veux assurer que la route 11, 4 voies de Chidiac à Bouctouche, soit complétée. Je vais travailler avec les enseignants et les enseignantes afin que le contrôle d'éducation leur revienne. Toujours, je supporterai les deux langues officielles, le français et l'anglais, soient enseignés à nos écoles. Je veux supporter et aider les petites et moyennes entreprises à développer davantage afin de créer plus d'emplois. Je travaillerai avec les industries de la pêche, l'agriculture, l'aquaculture et dans la foresterie afin que le secteur devienne économiquement rentable. Je suis contre toute nouvelle taxe. Je suis contre une taxe de carbone. Assez, c'est assez. Cette taxe équivaut à 12 cents le litre ou 50 cents du gallon d'essence. Au minimum, chaque voiture va coûter 1 200 $ par année de plus. L'annonce de Brian Gallant sur le gel de 4 ans des tarifs d'électricité est totalement irresponsable. Ce gel aura pour effet d'augmenter davantage la dette actuelle d'Énergie Nouveau-Brunswick qui est déjà trop élevée. Je suis en désaccord avec les nombreuses promesses de Brian Gallant. Toutes ces annonces augmenteront la dette provinciale qui est rendue déjà au-delà de 14,5 milliards. Les économistes disent que si nous ne mettons pas nos finances en ordre, la province pourrait devenir près de la faillite. Comment Brian Gallant peut-il promettre la construction de plusieurs foyers de soins lorsque les recherches démontrent une pénurie d'infirmières et d'employés de soins dans la province? Brian Gallant veut acheter un emploi avec ses promesses sans fin. Que pensez de son ministre Benoît Bourque qui vous ment en disant que l'eau de la plage Parley est, vous le savez. En terminant, comme votre député de Ken-Sud, je ferai tout mon possible afin d'assurer que votre voix et celle de la collectivité de ma circonscription soient entendues. En retour, le 24 septembre, je vous demande de voter Ricky Gaudreau.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Serge Rémy Parent, votre candidat pour le NPD pour le Kent Sud. I'm your candidate for Kent South. My name is Serge Parent. I live in Saint-Antoine. Je vis à Saint-Antoine depuis maintenant une année. Puis je suis là pour améliorer la qualité de vie pour la population. S'assurer que les besoins sont répondus pour toutes les générations. Puis prendre soin de nos aînés. S'assurer que les services sont de qualité. Que l'extramural, puis les ambulanciers redeviennent un service public pour vous, pour une meilleure accessibilité aux soins. Aussi pour améliorer les soins de santé mentale, pour des meilleurs soins, meilleurs services, meilleure accessibilité pour la population de tout âge. Une autre chose qu'on veut s'assurer puis qu'on s'engage, c'est d'arrêter l'arrosage de glyphosate une fois pour toutes pour diminuer, pour aider à améliorer l'environnement pour notre population, pour nos jeunes, puis prendre soin de notre terre. Parce que la santé est vraiment affectée maintenant, puis il est grand temps qu'on change ça. Une autre chose qu'on aimerait aussi, c'est donner l'accessibilité aux étudiants lorsqu'ils finissent l'école, que ça soit accessible à toutes et à tous. Donc, que le collège soit gratuit pour eux, pour leur permettre de rester ici au Nouveau-Brunswick, qu'ils n'aient pas à s'en aller plus loin, donc rester près de la famille, puis avoir une province qui est plus rayonnante, puis le fun à vivre. Aussi pour l'université, diminuer les frais de scolarité parce qu'ils sont beaucoup trop hauts pour vous. L'autre engagement qu'on aimerait faire aussi, c'est pour la garderie. Donc, pour permettre aux familles que ça soit plus accessible, plus facile pour vous, que les garderies soient pour les familles qui ont besoin, que ça soit dans les écoles, puis que les frais soient minimes. Donc, ça va être plus facile pour vous, pour vos familles, d'apporter vos jeunes, puis aussi qu'il y ait des services dans la langue autochtone pour les gens qui sont de Première Nation. Donc, la langue Mi'kmaq devrait être enseignée aussi dans les garderies. Pour le salaire minimum, on s'engage aussi à augmenter le salaire minimum. Donc, à 11 $, c'est difficile d'arriver, puis on aimerait que ça soit rendu à 15 $ au courant des 4 prochaines années. Donc, on va monter de 1 $ à chaque année. Maintenant, moi, ce qui m'a amené dans la politique, c'est la musique. Fait que je suis aussi musicien artiste, puis j'aimerais pouvoir vous chanter une chanson qu'on a faite. Puis ça part de nos plateformes aussi. Si vous voulez des changements dans notre belle province, quand viendra le jour, votez NPD. If you want changes for a beautiful province, vote NDP on election day. Éliminer et réduire les frais de scolarité des collèges communautaires et universitaires. Eliminate and reduce tuition fees, community colleges and universities. Investir dans les services en santé mentale, tout prêt à tendre la main. Investing in mental health, give them a helping hand. Eliminate interest on student loans. Si vous voulez des changements dans notre belle province, quand viendra le jour, votez NPD. If you want changes for a beautiful province, vote NDP on election day. Serge Rémy Parent pour Kent Sud, Serge Parent pour Kent South. I stand up for you. Je me tiens debout pour vous.
Hello, I am Megan Mitten, your Green Party candidate for Memramcook-Tantramar. Today, I am asking for your support in the provincial election on September 24th. J'ai des racines profondes dans cette région, comme je suis née et j'ai grandi ici. Les Mittens sont arrivés dans la région il y a plus de 200 ans. Et du côté de ma mère, les Leblanc, je suis fière de faire partie de 4 siècles de présence acadienne. I ran for Sackville Town Council and was elected in 2016. It's been very rewarding to work on local issues that affect us all. Now, I am hoping to represent the region in the provincial legislature. In particular, I will address the problems in the healthcare system, ensuring it remains public and that high-quality healthcare is accessible for all. Notre système présent des soins de santé est surtout basé sur les soins médicaux pour les gens qui sont malades. C'est très important, mais il est encore plus important de garder les gens en santé. I would like to help people stay at home for longer. We need better home care options and better supports for our seniors. I also care about education. Il y a des jeunes qui connaissent des défis et les enseignants le savent, mais des années passeront avant qu'ils ne se fassent tester pour des troubles d'apprentissage. Et souvent après, il n'y a pas de bon soutien pour eux. Our region can become a leader in building resilient communities where people of all ages want to live. We can lead in poverty reduction, local food production, and developing a more diversified economy. Nos fermiers locaux peuvent produire une grande proportion de notre nourriture ici, si nous démontrons que nous sommes prêts à leur offrir notre soutien. For example, as the provincial government, we can offer incentives for the production and purchase of local food products. Je me suis présentée comme candidate du Parti vert dans l'élection provinciale parce que je suis devenue très consciente de la façon dont les politiques gouvernementales ne tiennent pas compte du long terme et je crois qu'on peut mieux servir les gens. The Green Party of New Brunswick stands for policies and values that I believe in, and we have a comprehensive platform that will serve the best interests of New Brunswickers in matters of health, environment, education, and the economy. I want to be part of making that happen. I would be honored to represent you in the legislature. Le 24 septembre, j'espère que je peux compter sur votre appui. On September 24th, I ask that you give me this opportunity and trust me with your vote. Thank you. Merci.
Je suis Hélène Boudreau, candidate du NPD dans la circonscription de Memramcook-Tantramar. I am Helen Boudreau, the NDP candidate for Memramcook-Tantramar. Je suis infirmière immatriculée pour plus de 32 ans, une ancienne conseillère municipale de la plus grande ville acadienne du Nouveau-Brunswick et la plus progressive du Nouveau-Brunswick. Fière récipiendaire du prix Femmes de mérite 2014 et reconnaissante pour mon travail et engagement de ma vie communautaire. En tant que mère de 2 et grand-mère de 3 enfants, je me soucie beaucoup de leur avenir. Je me soucie aussi beaucoup des soins des aînés dont plusieurs membres de ma propre famille sont en besoin. C'est pour cette raison que je m'engage aujourd'hui en tant que candidate du NPD de travailler fort pour vous et pour vos êtres chers. Je vous confirme que je suis en faveur d'un système public de santé, que ce soit l'extramural ou l'ambulance Nouveau-Brunswick. Je vous confirme aussi que je suis contre la privatisation de nos foyers de soins et que je lutterai afin d'assurer des services à domicile d'un système public. Avec souci pour nos familles, je m'engage de lutter contre la pauvreté, en commençant en assurant que le salaire minimum est de 15 $ de l'heure, que l'éducation postsecondaire soit plus accessible en éliminant les frais de scolarité dans les collèges communautaires et de réduire de 25 % les frais de scolarité dans les universités. D'assurer que nos enfants ont besoin des garderies, des soins de garderie abordables, passant par un système public dans nos écoles de 6 heures le matin à 6 heures le soir pour un maximum de frais à 15 $ de jour. Memramcook-Tantramar est tout simplement une circonscription de la province exceptionnellement belle, avec une abondance de ressources naturelles et d'espaces verts intacts. Je suis très fière de dire que l'NPD est de vrais leaders sur les enjeux et questions d'environnement. L'effet combiné du programme de réduction de carbone et l'investissement dans les infrastructures vertes devrait avoir un effet important dans la transition du Nouveau-Brunswick vers une économie sans carbone. Pour protéger nos forêts, les rives, le littoral du Nouveau-Brunswick, le NDP se fixerait un objectif d'au moins 17 % pour la conservation des terres, mettra fin à la pulvérisation des glyphosates, protégerait les forêts matures et mettrait en œuvre les meilleures pratiques forestières pour protéger et développer avec soin nos ressources naturelles. Le NPD élaborerait des règles pour empêcher le démantèlement des terres agricoles à fin résidentielle. Les protections existantes pour la zone humide, d'eau douce et les zones inondables seront appliquées et renforcées. Augmentera le retrait 30 mètres des voies navigables et des terres humides et classera toutes les voies navigables de la province afin d'assurer une meilleure protection juridique. I've been a registered nurse for over 33 years, and I'm a resident of Sackville. I have served as city councillor in the fastest growing city in New Brunswick, a proud recipient of 2014 Women of Distinction Award, in recognition for my dedication to improving community life and a true believer that a strong woman's voice is needed in Fredericton. As a mother of 2, grandmother of 3, I care a great deal about their future. I also care very much about New Brunswick seniors who have worked long and hard to make this province a great place to live. For this reason, I am confident and committed today as an NDP candidate to work for you and your loved ones. I am confirming today that I will fight on your behalf for the public system. and I will be against privatization. Les Néo-Brunswickois veulent des services publics solides, de bons emplois et gagner suffisamment d'argent pour subvenir à leurs besoins et à ceux et celles de leur famille. Et ils veulent des communautés fortes et dynamiques où les anglophones et les francophones, les autochtones et les nouveaux arrivants peuvent prospérer. New Brunswickers want a strong and healthy economy, and I know that our environmental leadership to preserve nature and counter climate change is one part of the NDP platform that I will achieve that goal. Je me tiendrai debout pour vous. I will stand up for you. Vote Hélène Boudreau on September 24th. Votez Hélène Boudreau le 24 septembre prochain.
Hi, I'm Rob McKee, the Liberal candidate for Moncton Centre. Bonjour, je suis Rob McKee, le candidat libéral pour Moncton Centre. For 4 years now, our Liberal government has been working hard to move New Brunswick forward with a plan that is based on 2 key principles of fairness and opportunity. Growing a fairer economy has been and will remain our focus. This campaign has been a great opportunity to discuss the actions that the Liberal government has taken and the actions that we will take to create jobs and grow the economy for all New Brunswickers. We've discussed how we want to keep that momentum going, about how we want to keep growing a fairer economy, and about how we want to keep investing in crucial services like education and healthcare so that we can provide a better future for everyone. We've highlighted the many accomplishments of the Liberal government, including the creation of thousands of jobs, as well as the fact that New Brunswick now boasts the 2nd lowest gender wage gap in all of Canada. We're out knocking on doors so we can reach as many New Brunswickers as possible, to listen to them so that we can keep doing things like raising the minimum wage, providing free tuition for college and university students who need the most support, and providing free childcare for New Brunswick families in the most need. Je me présente aux élections car j'ai grandi dans une famille où la valeur du service communautaire était très importante. Mes parents sont des gens qui ont été très impliqués au sein de la communauté, soit en politique directement ou par l'entremise des organismes à but non lucratif. Et je voulais m'impliquer moi aussi davantage au sein de la communauté. Being a criminal defense lawyer, I know firsthand the problems and issues some of our most vulnerable citizens face. So I decided to get involved in the community. I got involved with the John Howard Society, where we help at-risk youth or people involved with the law. I got involved with St. Augustine's Housing Limited, where we provide 60 units of affordable housing for seniors. But I wanted to do more, so in 2016, I decided to get involved with the municipal election, becoming a city councillor for the city of Moncton. I felt that it was a good place for me with a young family to stay close to home, and it would be a good way to get involved in the community. I've chosen now to run for provincial government as I feel it will provide me with an even better opportunity to give back to this community and to be a better and more productive local representative. Ayant une jeune famille moi-même, je connais les défis auxquels font face les jeunes familles, et notre gouvernement libéral aide beaucoup des familles comme la mienne. They've implemented free daycare or daycare assistance. They've created over 3,600 new daycare spaces, and they have enhanced high-quality early learning centers. The free tuition program and the Youth Employment Fund are creating opportunities for our youth, and those are programs that I believe in. Since 2014, we've been moving our province forward with a plan based on fairness and opportunity for all New Brunswickers. And this Liberal government has focused on education, making major investments in our schools, hiring hundreds of new teachers, and bringing back the trades. This Liberal government has made record investments in healthcare, hiring over 90 new doctors, upgrading hospitals across this province. And we've seen economic growth. After 3 straight years of economic decline under the former Conservative government, we've had 4 straight years of economic growth under Brian Gallant's leadership. And he's done that while making record investments in education and healthcare, and all the while reducing the deficit by half. Next, we'll create opportunities for more New Brunswickers by doubling the Youth Employment Fund. We'll raise the minimum wage to $14. We'll create non-urgent care centers to reduce ER wait times, and we'll make life more affordable for all New Brunswickers by freezing power rates for families and small businesses. Nous allons créer de nouvelles possibilités pour les Néo-Brunswickoises et Néo-Brunswickois en doublant le fonds d'emploi pour les jeunes et nous allons augmenter le salaire minimum à 14 $. Nous allons créer des centres de soins urgents, des centres de soins non urgents pour réduire les temps d'attente dans les salles d'urgence et nous allons rendre la vie plus abordable en mettant un gel sur les tarifs d'électricité pour les familles et petites entreprises. I look forward to the opportunity to represent the citizens of Moncton Centre and to continue my efforts on behalf of the citizens of this great city I am proud to call home. Je suis Rob McKee, votre candidat libéral pour la circonscription de Moncton Centre. I'm Rob McKee, your Liberal candidate for Moncton Centre, and I ask for your support on September 24th. Thank you. Merci beaucoup.
Bonjour, je suis Monique Leblanc, la candidate libérale pour la circonscription de Moncton-Est. Je suis très choyée et privilégiée d'avoir pu représenter les gens de Moncton-Est les 4 dernières années en tant que députée avec le gouvernement de Brian Gallant. Quelle chance de pouvoir travailler avec les gens d'Irishtown pour l'amélioration de leur centre communautaire qui est le lieu de rencontre et de divertissement essentiel pour leur communauté. D'avoir également pu travailler avec ceux de Lakeville, de Harrisville, de Pensac Junction et Tankville qui forment les composantes rurales de ma circonscription. Au cours des 4 dernières années, j'ai eu le grand plaisir de côtoyer des gens passionnés et soucieux des enjeux dans leur communauté. Je suis tout aussi fière d'avoir pu travailler avec les comités des parents des écoles de la circonscription pour la réalisation de plusieurs projets d'infrastructures de jeux, tels que terrains sportifs synthétiques de plus de 750 000 $ pour la nouvelle école Moncton High School, ainsi que les nouvelles installations de jeux de l'école Champlain. En tant que professionnelle de la santé, femme d'affaires et détentrice d'une maîtrise en éducation, je suis très heureuse d'avoir pu faire partie de l'équipe de Brian Gallant et d'avoir pu travailler sur les enjeux importants qui touchent le système de la santé et le secteur de l'éducation au Nouveau-Brunswick. Depuis 4 ans, notre gouvernement libéral travaille d'arrache-pied pour faire avancer le Nouveau-Brunswick par l'entremise d'un plan axé sur l'équité et l'opportunité. Les priorités de ce premier mandat ont été la croissance économique et la création d'emplois, et cela tout en continuant d'investir dans les services essentiels que sont la santé et l'éducation. Tout ça pour assurer un avenir meilleur pour tous les citoyens et citoyennes du Nouveau-Brunswick. Depuis 2014, le gouvernement Gallant a su relancer l'économie en déclin par l'entremise d'un plan qui a permis la création de milliers d'emplois, une baisse du taux de chômage, une croissance économique chaque année. De plus, notre gouvernement a misé sur l'éducation en investissement dans nos écoles, en embauchant 100 nouveaux enseignants et enseignantes et en réintroduisant les métiers dans les écoles. En santé, nous avons fait des investissements sans précédent pour la modernisation de nos hôpitaux à travers la province et en embauchant plus de 90 nouveaux médecins. Je suis très fière de ce que nous avons accompli en 4 ans et je souhaite ardemment pouvoir continuer à travailler pour les gens de la circonscription de Moncton-Est pour un mandat de 4 ans. Merci pour votre support. Hello, my name is Monique Leblanc, Liberal candidate for the riding of Moncton East. I am very honored and had the privilege of representing the constituents of Moncton East for the last 4 years as their MLA with the Gallant government. Blessed to have had the challenge to work with people from Irishtown for the community center, which is the pillar of the community, with people from Lakeville, Harrisville, Tankville, and Pensac Junction, who make up the rural component of my riding. I have met many passionate and engaged citizens in all of these communities. I am proud to have had the chance to work with parent committees in the schools of the riding, to provide help with outdoor play structures, as with the new École Champlain, and a $550,000 turf field for the new Moncton High School. As a healthcare professional, businesswoman, and with a master's degree in education, I am especially proud of having been part of the Gallant team for the past 4 years and been able to work contributing directly to the betterment of education and healthcare. For the past 4 years, our Liberal government has been working diligently to move New Brunswickers forward, following a plan based on equity and opportunity. The priorities were and still are economic growth and job growth, all the while investing in the essential services of healthcare and education to provide for a better future for all New Brunswickers. Since 2014, the Gallant government's plan contributed to move a stagnant economy to a growing economy with the creation of thousands of jobs and a lower unemployment rate. We have invested massively in education in schools by hiring 100 new teachers and bringing trade back to the schools, and in healthcare, we have modernized our hospitals across the province and added 90 new doctors. I am very proud of what our team was able to accomplish in the past 4 years and looking forward to continuing to work hard for the people of Moncton East for another 4-year mandate. Thank you for your support. Merci pour votre support.
Hello everybody, bonjour tout le monde. I'm Marty Kingston. Je m'appelle Martin Kingston. I'm your PC candidate in Moncton East. Je suis ton candidat progressiste conservateur dans l'Est de Moncton. L'Est de Moncton, c'est une circonscription vraiment dynamique avec 13 000 personnes. Ça comprend les rues Elmwood, McLaughlin, Capitan, Scotch Settlement, Grove Hamlet, Shediac Road, Harrisville. Big riding, troisième plus grand dans la province. Et je suis honoré et humblé de représenter, j'espère, le 24 septembre, la circonscription de Moncton Est. I'm Marty Kingston. I'm your progressive conservative candidate in Moncton East, as you all know. I have many friends and acquaintances in the riding. Most of you may know me from years gone by as the voice of the Wildcats. I'll always be a Wildcat at heart, but certainly want to represent Moncton East in this riding. I expect to be a full-time MLA. I live in the riding as well. That's very important. And I will certainly be there to answer your calls and respond to all requests, obviously, if we form government, if elected on September 24th. J'ai eu des carrières dans le média, une vingtaine d'années, le marketing, les ventes et, comme je disais, récemment, l'annonceur de hockey pour les Wildcats de Moncton. Toujours un Wildcat, par exemple, au fond du cœur. Et j'attends de représenter les citoyennes de l'Est de Moncton très bien comme élu. I'm a man of my word, as people who know me. I do not make false promises, and certainly we just want to do better come September 24th. We have a very dynamic team around the province. Beaucoup de francophones, beaucoup de candidats bilingues. C'est important de noter pour l'équipe Higgs, Team Blaine Higgs around the province. So it's important for everybody, I think, in this election to look at the issues, importantly, whatever color or stripe you happen to be. Look at the issues, look at the data. Look at the numbers, and then take a strong look at the candidates running and make an informed decision. It's very important to make an informed decision. We certainly hope to be your choice come the 24th of September on Monday, and I'm looking forward to representing Moncton East as your full-time, living in the riding MLA come September 24th. Encore, je demeure dans le banlieue à Louisville et Sunnybrae pendant trentaine d'années. J'ai des carrières comme auparavant dans le marketing et les ventes et avec les Wildcats de Moncton. So we're really looking for your support. It's great to go door-to-door meeting everybody. I've met a lot of wonderful people in the riding, and they're all basically indicating the same thing. Disappointed with the current government and looking for real change and real experience, I think, is the most part. L'équipe Higgs a beaucoup d'expérience. On aime de changer la province avec des vrais résultats et des vrais citoyennes expériencés. So on September 24th, I'm asking for your support out there as we elect Marty Kingston in Moncton East, and hoping, of course, to become government in the province of New Brunswick under a great leader, Team Higgs avec Monsieur Blaine Higgs. So thank you for your time today, and hope to see you all on Monday the 24th. And don't forget to vote. Vote early and vote often, the old joke used to be. But certainly, please exercise your right to vote in the democratic process on September 24th. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup.
Hello, my name is Myrna Gelder, your People's Alliance Moncton Northwest candidate in the upcoming election on September 24th. If I am elected as your MLA for the upcoming term, with the help of my constituents, I will represent all of the people of my riding to the best of my ability and with a common sense approach in regards to whatever issue may arise, so your voice will be heard in the legislature. I want to help with our plan, and our plan is to stop corporate handouts and make industry pay their fair and reasonable rates. Reform the tax system by getting rid of double and small business tax so we can reduce the debt and balance the budget. We need to ban spraying of crown lands in New Brunswick. Build a vibrant business environment that will create jobs so we can keep our families right here at home. Language policies, so we have fairness, equality, and harmony in our province by working together, and by working together, it can happen. Eliminating the official language commissioner's office, redirect it to the MLAs, minister responsible for official language, or the ombudsman. Put a stop to duality in our healthcare and our bus systems, saving millions of dollars here in this province. Change the Motor Vehicle Act by only requiring a one-time registration, ending front license plates, getting rid of the sales tax on previously owned cars, and I know that will benefit the people of this province. And that will free up money for them so they can buy other things that they need in their everyday living. As well, I want to help the people of my riding with affordable housing. I also want to find out the obstacles of what is preventing young people from working and being productive members of society. In closing, I want the politicians to start working for the people. Taxpayers should not have to continually fight for their rights on top of making a living for their families, which is what they pay their elected officials to do. Represent them regardless of the issue. And I want to thank you today for taking the time to listen to me, Myrna Gelder.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Cyprien Okana. Je suis originaire de la République démocratique du Congo. Je suis arrivé à Moncton en 1991 en tant qu'étudiant international à l'Université de Moncton et j'ai décidé de rester. Je suis père de 2 enfants. Je suis entrepreneur en marketing. Aujourd'hui, je me présente devant vous afin que vous puissiez me donner la chance de vous représenter. La chance de faire du Nouveau-Brunswick une province stable, une province prospère. Comme je dis, un Nouveau-Brunswick est possible et c'est le moment. Why I'm running? I run because I love this country. I run because I love New Brunswick. I run because I love Moncton Northwest. And this is my second time I'm asking you to give me the opportunity to work with you, to work for you, and to serve you. This is the second time I'm asking you to do that. The first time was in 2010. I still remember that day, September 27. A gentleman came and said, Miss Okana, I have left my wife at the Palliative Unit at the Moncton Hospital. Doctor and nurse said, your wife has just few hours or days to live. But I came here to vote, then to vote for you, then you will be our representative in Fredericton. Yes, someone stand for me. Someone believe for me that I can do things for him or for our community. This is my promise, probably the only one I can do. And maybe one of the things you will be able to evaluate me. Comme je viens de le dire, c'est la deuxième fois que je sollicite votre appui pour vous représenter, de travailler pour vous. Et j'aimerais que vous puissiez m'évaluer à travers les engagements que je vais prendre devant vous aujourd'hui, surtout les engagements sur le plan local. Le premier engagement, c'est de travailler avec vous, de travailler également avec la communauté de façon générale, de façon à faire continuer à assurer le développement de Moncton. À travers ça, le développement de Moncton Nord-Ouest. Le premier engagement, c'est doter Moncton Nord-Ouest d'un centre touristique, un centre d'information. À travers Magic Moncton, nous devenons un centre, un pôle d'attraction. Deuxième point, c'est de décentraliser. We will bring a branch of Service New Brunswick at the Moncton North. Troisième proposition, nous allons travailler avec les autorités de YMCA de façon à avoir des services, de façon à leur proposer des services communautaires. L'exemple qu'on a, c'est par exemple bibliothèque d'outils. Et le dernier point, ce qu'on pouvait faire, c'est former ou travailler avec d'autres de façon à avoir un caucus de députés du Sud-Est dans la région, qui serait un appui pour le développement de la province. As I said to you, this is the second time I'm seeking the opportunity to serve you, to be your representative. I know with your support, we can do better as our ancestors did in the past. They come together, they decide what is best for them and also what is best for their children and the future of New Brunswick. Here is the moment. Give me the chance. We will work together for the new New Brunswick. With NDP, I'm sure.
For 4 years, our Liberal government has been working hard to move forward with the plan based on 2 key principles: fairness and opportunity, l'équité et l'opportunité. Growing a fairer economy has been and will continue to be our focus. I'm Courtney Pringle-Carver, your Liberal candidate for Moncton Northwest. Moi, je suis Courtney Pringle-Carver, votre candidate libérale pour la circonscription de Moncton Northwest. This campaign is about New Brunswick. It's about your values and the province that you want for yourself and for your family, today and into the future. Chaque jour, je fais du porte-à-porte pour rencontrer le monde de Moncton Northwest, puis je suis à l'écoute à ce qui vous pense. I am listening to what's on your mind, and it's incredibly important that your representative continue to do so. Since 2014, our government has turned around the economy, helped to create thousands of jobs, and raised the minimum wage not once, but 4 times. We focused on education, made major investments in our schools, hired 100 new teachers, and brought the trades back. Le gouvernement galant a mis l'accent sur l'éducation, effectuant des investissements majeurs dans nos écoles. Nous avons embauché 100 nouveaux enseignants et enseignantes, et nous avons ramené les métiers. All of this while recording a $67 million surplus, the first surplus New Brunswick has seen in 10 years. That surplus, recorded in the 17-18 fiscal year, was signed off by the Auditor General. En tant que résidente de Moncton, maire et personne d'affaires, ce sont des investissements et des résultats dont je suis fière. Je crois au travail que notre gouvernement libéral pour améliorer la vie de tous les Néo-Brunswickois et Néo-Brunswickoises, et non seulement quelques-uns. Our investments will create lasting positive change for all New Brunswickers, not just a select few. As a mother, business leader, and active member of our community, I believe that life is about showing up. Showing up day after day is the most important choice we can make to keep our family strong and our community strong. For me, this means showing up at my son's soccer game after a long day at work, showing up at Atlantic Lottery for the last 10 years and earning a senior leadership role, showing up to chair fundraisers and volunteer for organizations like the Canadian Cancer Society, the Moncton Hospital, the New Brunswick Adoption Foundation, and the YWCA. Showing up for the past 10 months to knock on your door, listen to your concerns, and understand how you want your government to represent you. Showing up matters. If you show up for me on September 24th and give me your vote, I will spend the next 4 years showing up for you. Lorsque vous vous présentez au scrutin le 24 septembre, je vous demande votre appui afin que je puisse continuer d'être présente pour vous. Merci.
Good evening, everyone. I am Amy Johnson, your candidate for the Moncton South riding. As all of you know, the upcoming election, all New Brunswickers, we feel that we're in need of a change. I decided to run for office because I see the need for strong leadership in the Moncton South area. I feel like you guys need somebody who will listen, somebody who will work with you and the community leaders to make Moncton South all that it can be. I want you to keep in mind this upcoming election some of the platform promises from the NTP, like the $15 an hour minimum wage, childcare, post-secondary education, carbon reduction, and home care. Issues such as inadequate health care, shortages of beds in nursing homes, our children leaving the province will be affected by this election, and we want every voter in New Brunswick to stand up and be counted for.
Hi everyone, I'm Moira Murphy, the Progressive Conservative candidate in the riding of Moncton South. Je suis Moira Murphy, la candidate progressiste conservateur de Moncton Sud. You are looking at the most unlikely of all candidates. I have never aspired to be a politician, but things that have happened in my own personal life over the last few years and conversations I've had with my own children have led me to seek the nomination. A few years ago, I was very privileged to care for my own parents in their home as they were dying. It was during this time that Brian Gallant attempted to seize the assets of seniors for their care. For 6 months, I put my father to bed, and he feared that his assets would be taken. 6 months after making the original announcement, Brian Gallant said he had pressed the reset button on this policy. Well, we believe it's just a pause. At Christmas time, I had conversations with my 5 children. They're between the ages of 21 and 29. None of them see a future for themselves in this province. I made up my mind then I was going to run. The economy in New Brunswick is devastating. We are dead last nationally. Our workforce and our economy is only shrinking. Brian Gallant took a youth education loan program that was worth $50 million and he gutted it by $25 million and then ran around and bragged that we had free tuition. That's not so. Tell that to the 40,000 New Brunswickers who are worse off because of this program. Tell that to people that seek faith-based education. Tell that to people whose household income is in excess of $60,000, or tell that to people who try to go to a private college because they simply can't take time out of the workforce for as long as a public education would cost. And if we look at our education system, it's embarrassing. We are 6th and 7th and 8th last in all scores. In the last 6 months, I've been doing door-to-door in my riding, and 2 issues have come to the front. Brian Gallant announced in January of this year that he was closing Hillcrest and Besborough schools, both K-8, and he was opening up a mega school. But he didn't say where it was going to go. There seems to be some confusion as to where it is going to go, even to this date. But I'm not confused on my position. I will fight to keep both Hillcrest and Besborough schools open, keep Besborough on site, expand it, improve it, and perhaps repurpose Hillcrest to a quality non-immersion school. The other issue of importance in the riding is the homelessness. It's pervasive and it's exponentially getting worse in the downtown core. We need to take care of the most vulnerable that are on the streets, the prostitutes, the drug users, the people that have mental health. We have to find housing for these people as a start, and then provide them with care so that they can learn to live in a safe environment. I want to be part of a government that identifies problems and deals with them not studies them. I'm Moira Murphy, and I believe in putting people over politics and province over party. Thank you.
Hello friends, my name is Marilyn Crosman Rial, the candidate for Moncton South. If I'm elected as MLA, I will be working to stand up and bring needed changes required to fix the finances of this province for the election day, September 24th. To eliminate the official language commissioner's office and redirect language complaints to a local MLA, minister responsible for official languages. And second, end duality in our health care and school bus system, saving millions of dollars. To eradicate proper language policies and promote fairness, equality, and harmony. Change the Motor Vehicle Act by enacting a one-time only vehicle registration, ending front plates and eliminating tax on the private sale of previously owned vehicles. People's Alliance believe that education and health care are the two main funding priorities. We will work with the health care, senior care, and education professionals. The People's Alliance Party believes that the citizen of New Brunswick deserves the government that will work for them, and it is into their best interest and bring our province back to the prosperity by focusing on what is important here in New Brunswick. Thanks. Marilyn from Moncton South.
Hello everyone, my name is Susie Campos and I'm the Liberal candidate for Moncton Southwest. I arrived in Canada when I was 12 years old with my single mother. I worked hard to pay for my education, started my own business, and began to give time and effort to my community by volunteering for some wonderful Moncton organizations. But I want to do more for my community. There's more we can accomplish together. I want the opportunity to push to make lives better for each and every one of us by creating more opportunities for New Brunswickers, investing in our healthcare, and working together for a brighter future for all of us. The Liberal government over the past 4 years has created great programs such as the free child care program, the child care program for the middle class families. The free tuition program has invested in 90 new doctors in the province, and has invested in our schools and hospitals. I know what it takes to create positive change, and I'm hopeful for the opportunity to do that in Moncton Southwest. We have made a lot of progress over the last 4 years. Let's keep moving Moncton forward on September 24th. I hope I can count on your support.
Hello, my name is Sherry Wilson and I'm your candidate for the PC team for the upcoming election for the riding of Moncton Southwest. It's certainly been a pleasure for me the last 4 years to serve the people of Moncton Southwest. As I go door to door, I hear many concerns. One of the biggest concerns is high taxes. Where's the money coming from with all the gallant Liberal promises? And the carbon tax. The looming carbon tax means $100 per month for every family. $100 a month is a lot of money for people that are on fixed incomes, and I certainly hear that from my seniors. People are not being served in this province as they should be. We have a healthcare system that fails. We have education, economic growth. We're last in the country. The people of New Brunswick deserve to be first. We can make that happen. We are not going to promise anymore, make promises that are too expensive to keep. We're not going to raise taxes. So the question for you to ask yourself as you go to the polls, ask yourself, do you want more taxes with no results? Or do you want results with no new taxes? This is our promise to you. Seniors deserve better. They're concerned about if the Liberals should win this election, will they go back and take their assets again? These are things that they tried before. Can they be trusted? No, a lot of seniors don't trust them because of that. Our children, they deserve to have the education they deserve. The mental health system, we need to supply more psychologists to help these children so they can learn and become happy, productive adults. These are the things that we are promising you. So I humbly ask for your support in September 24th to continue to do the work that needs to be done. Together, we will find real solutions and we will fix New Brunswick. Thank you.
Hello, and thank you for taking time to watch these short videos to find out about your candidates and our views. It's very important at this time for all of us to be engaged in this election and to vote for the candidate who best answers the questions that you have about the issues that are important to you. My name is Stephanie Coburn, and my name is on the ballot in Riverview, representing the Green Party of New Brunswick. We in the Green Party believe that New Brunswickers deserve better leaders and better decisions than we have had for quite a while. Our vision includes a New Brunswick where your MLAs work for you, not for political parties or for special interests. If elected, I plan to hold town hall meetings twice a year throughout the riding to listen to you and find out your concerns. David Kuhn has done just that in his riding of Fredericton South and has taken some of the suggestions that he found at those meetings into writing the pieces of legislation that he has proposed in the legislature. My husband and I have farmed in Head of Millstream for over 40 years. We raised 3 children there, and our son came back about 10 years ago to farm with us and raise his family in the country. We have 2 daughters who live and work in British Columbia, so I am well aware of the outmigration of our young people, the brain drain that we have suffered. I also owned a natural food store for 25 years, so I know the value and difficulties of being an entrepreneur. Small business, despite what we are told by large industries, is the engine of economic growth in New Brunswick, and we need to be supporting our brilliant small business owners instead of subsidizing large, profitable corporations. What are my priorities in the legislature? 1, our extramural home care system has been praised as one of the best in the country. It was transferred from its former structure, where it was integrated into the hospital system, and given to Medavie, New Brunswick to manage. We think this was a bad decision, and we would take it out of Medavie and make it part of the hospital system once again. Perhaps you have heard of the Buy Local program. Right now, 97% of our food dollars go out of the province, which is a big drain on the local economy. We would support local farmers, new entrants into agriculture, and local food processors to supply much more of our own food needs. If we spent 10% more of our money on local goods and services, we could create 14,000 jobs and add $1.8 billion to the provincial economy annually. That's according to the Centre for Local Prosperity in a report that they wrote in February. 3, given the risks the herbicide glyphosate poses to natural ecosystems and wildlife, we would immediately end the spraying of the herbicide on forest lands and under power lines. 4, provincial tax coffers are losing millions of dollars every year in subsidies to large forestry companies. We would cancel the 2014 forestry agreement and amend the Crown Lands and Forest Act to enact a publicly accountable Forest Stewardship Commission as manager of the public forest. The Crown forests belong to all of us and should be managed for the benefit of all, including the wildlife as well as for forest-dependent communities. We have everything we need to make our home a place where our young people will want to return. Working together, we have the experience, talent, values, and means to overcome the challenges that face our province. Without vision, the people perish, is a quote that moves me deeply. I think the Green Party has the vision that we need. Thanks for your attention.
Hello, I am Heather Collins, your People's Alliance candidate for the beautiful town of Riverview, New Brunswick. The People's Alliance is not a party of empty promises. We pride ourselves on common sense. We will return New Brunswick to prosperity without borrowing or increasing the deficit. We believe that the people of New Brunswick need to have more of a say in how and where their tax dollars are spent. If elected, the People's Alliance will frequently consult with their constituents on a policy so that citizens can be actively engaged in government rather than being kept in the dark. As our strategy for the People's Alliance, we will return the voice of the people to the legislature and allow MLAs to properly represent their constituents. We will stop corporate welfare, make industries pay fair and reasonable taxes, ban glyphosate spraying in New Brunswick on Crown land, enact proper language and cultural policies to promote fairness. We will end duality in the healthcare system and the school bus system, saving us millions of dollars annually. Change the Motor Vehicle Act by enacting a one-time only registration. Reform the tax system by abolishing the double property tax and ending the small business tax. Eliminate the official language commissioner's office and redirect complaints to the local MLA, ombudsman, or the minister responsible for the official language. We will create jobs and economic prosperity by building a vibrant business environment here in New Brunswick. The People's Alliance are committed to those. We know in the past there has been promise after promise in previous elections. And that, my friends, were just that, a promise. They were never seen through. It is important to note nothing worthwhile in life is free, and every campaign promise comes with a price which needs to be covered from somewhere. And that, again, are from you, the taxpayers of New Brunswick. We end up paying for everything that is offered to us with our hard-earned tax dollars. I would also like to tell you that there's nobody that will work as hard as I will to have your voice heard in the legislature. So I ask you that on September the 24th, you make a point to come out and vote. I'd ask you to vote for me, Heather Collins, the People's Alliance representative, candidate for your area. You will not be disappointed in having me as your MLA. And remember, we are doing this for the future of New Brunswick. Thank you.
Bonjour mes amis de Saint-Philippe, Grand-Digue, Chilliac-Cape, Shkodo, Lakeburn, Evangeline, Chilliac-Bridge et Dieppe. Je m'appelle Michel Boudreau et je suis le candidat NPD pour les élections du 24 septembre. Je suis prêt à me battre pour garantir une meilleure qualité de vie pour tous les gens de baie de Chilliac-Dieppe. Pour ceux et celles qui se demandent qui est Michel Boudreau, je suis né à Barachois et j'ai gradué à LGR. J'ai travaillé à la Villa Providence de 1974 à 1976. Je demeure à Dieppe depuis 1991 avec mon épouse Charline qui est infirmière, RN et père de 2 enfants et je suis grand-père de 2 beaux petits-enfants, Benoît et Olivia. J'ai été élu président du Conseil des foyers de soins du Nouveau-Brunswick en 1998 en 2005. En 2005, j'ai été élu le premier président à temps plein de la Fédération des travailleurs et travailleuses du Nouveau-Brunswick, représentant les 40 000 membres. J'ai aussi occupé le poste de vice-président provincial du Congrès du travail du Canada jusqu'à 2013. J'ai aussi été impliqué dans ma communauté de la ville de Dieppe. J'ai été impliqué durant de nombreuses années au sein du comité du 15 août Dieppe-Moncton. J'ai aussi été élu au conseil scolaire pour le district 13 de 1989 à 1992 et aussi j'ai été impliqué au baseball mineur de Dieppe. En 1996, j'ai reçu le prix de bénévole de l'année de l'Association baseball de Dieppe. En 2001, j'ai aussi reçu le bénévole de l'année du comité du 15 août Dieppe-Moncton. C'était dans les années qu'il y avait des gros parties avec Boisjoli, Zachary Richard, Réveil et bien d'autres à l'aréna Arthur G.L. Leblanc. Pourquoi voter Michel Boudreau, NPD? Le 15, le 17 aux Advance Polls ou le 24 septembre. Un vote pour Michel Boudreau et un vote gagnant. Un vote pour Michel Boudreau et un vote pour une meilleure qualité de vie. Un vote pour Michel Boudreau et un vote pour avoir plus de personnel dans les foyers de soins et gardons les foyers de soins dans nos communautés. Un vote pour Michel Boudreau et un vote pour le retour à l'extramural, au secteur public, à vitalité. C'est un non-sens ce que le premier ministre a fait avec l'extramural. Un vote pour Michel Boudreau et un vote pour introduire un plan de service de garde scolaire pour les enfants communautaires en offrant des services de garde pour toutes les écoles publiques de la maternelle à grade 7. Les heures offertes seront avant et après les heures d'école avec de la place pour tous les enfants et sans liste d'attente à un prix abordable de 6 heures le matin à 6 heures le soir à un coût de 15 $ par jour et 10 $ pour une demi-jour. Il est temps d'investir dans nos familles. Beaucoup de familles ont des difficultés à trouver un service de garde avec et après l'école qui est abordable, pratique, accessible et au cœur de la communauté. Un vote pour Michel Boudreau et un vote pour attendre une loi sur l'équité salariale dans le secteur privé. Envoyez-moi à Fredericton à l'Assemblée législative et je vous promets de travailler fort pour tous les gens de la région. Je vous promets de me battre pour garantir une meilleure qualité de vie pour les aînés, les travailleurs et les travailleuses et les jeunes d'Ambé de Chiliac-Dieppe. Votez Michel Boudreau le 15, le 17 aux Advance Polls ou le 24 septembre. Rendons possible la vision de Jack Layton. Rendons possible la vision de Jack Layton. Arrêtez de voter pour les bleus conservateurs et les rouges libérales pour l'amour de nos enfants, pour l'amour des travailleurs et travailleuses et pour l'amour de nos aînés. Votez NPD, votez Michel Boudreau. Et finalement, le plus important, je suis marié et père de 2 enfants, Martin et Nathalie. Je suis aussi grand-père de 2 petits-enfants, Ovilia et Benoît. Eh bien, je vous dis en secret, je suis impliqué en politique pour eux, les jeunes. Pour leur assurer un Nouveau-Brunswick meilleur et surtout un meilleur avenir et un futur prometteur chez nous sans avoir à aller gagner leur vie ailleurs avec des salaires à condition de vie de font de bon sens. Pour toutes ces raisons, quand vous irez voter, votez Michel Boudreau, NPD, votez Michel Boudreau. Merci, bonne journée, merci à Roger Cable. Merci beaucoup.